You know, in all my years of working with folks, I've seen firsthand how arrogance can poison relationships and hold people back. It's a tough pill to swallow when someone tells you that you're arrogant. But let me tell you something. Recognizing it is the first step towards change. Arrogance can stem from deep-rooted insecurities, past experiences, or even just plain old bad habits. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to control your life. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the psychology of arrogance and give you 7 powerful techniques to tackle it head-on. We're talking cognitive strategies, emotional regulation, and even some good old-fashioned self-reflection. This ain't about tearing yourself down. It's about building yourself up in a healthy, authentic way. So if you're ready to ditch the arrogance and embrace a more genuine, compassionate version of yourself, buckle up and let's get started. Now, before we can fix anything, we gotta understand what's causing the problem, right? Arrogance doesn't just appear out of thin air. It often stems from deep-seated insecurity, a fear of vulnerability, or past experiences that have left someone feeling inadequate. Think about it. That swagger and bravado can be a way of masking those insecurities and projecting an image of strength. Sometimes, arrogance is a learned behavior. Maybe someone grew up in an environment where they were constantly praised even when it wasn't warranted, or maybe they were surrounded by arrogant people and picked up those behaviors through observation. The point is, arrogance often serves as a defense mechanism, a way to protect a fragile ego. So, if you're struggling with arrogance, I want you to ask yourself, what's driving this behavior? What am I trying to hide or compensate for? Getting to the root of the issue is crucial if you want to make lasting changes. All right, let's talk about how to actually change those thought patterns and behaviors. This is where cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, comes in. CBT is all about identifying and challenging those negative thoughts and replacing them with more realistic and helpful ones. See, arrogance often stems from distorted beliefs about yourself and the world around you. You might have thoughts like, I'm better than everyone else, or I don't need to listen to anyone's opinion but my own. These thoughts are like viruses, infecting your mind and dictating your behavior. CBT helps you develop the skills to recognize these distorted thoughts and challenge their validity. It's about learning to question your assumptions, look for evidence to support or refute your beliefs, and consider alternative perspectives. It's about taking those arrogant thoughts to court, presenting the evidence, and letting the jury of reason decide the verdict. Now, arrogance isn't just about thoughts. It's also about emotions. When you're feeling insecure, threatened, or inadequate, it can trigger those arrogant defenses. That's why learning to regulate your emotions is crucial in overcoming arrogance. One powerful tool for emotional regulation is mindfulness. Mindfulness is about paying attention to the present moment without judgment. It's about observing your thoughts and emotions without getting swept away by them. When you can observe your emotions with a sense of detachment, you can choose how you want to respond to them, rather than reacting impulsively. Meditation is another great way to cultivate emotional regulation. Regular meditation practice can help you develop a sense of inner peace and calm, making you less reactive to external triggers. It's like building a muscle. The more you train your mind to be present and non-reactive, the easier it becomes to manage your emotions. You know, arrogance can really put a damper on your relationships. When you're so focused on yourself and your own perceived superiority, it's hard to connect with others in a meaningful way. That's why developing strong social and interpersonal skills is essential for overcoming arrogance. Empathy is key here. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It's about putting yourself in someone else's shoes and seeing the world from their perspective. When you can empathize with others, you're less likely to view them as inferior or dismiss their thoughts and feelings. Active listening is another important skill to cultivate. Active listening involves truly paying attention to what someone is saying, asking clarifying questions, and reflecting back what you've heard. It's about making the other person feel heard and understood, which is essential for building strong relationships. Now, let's talk about self-esteem. True self-esteem isn't about thinking you're better than everyone else. It's about recognizing your own worth and value as a human being. When you have healthy self-esteem, you don't need to put others down to feel good about yourself. One way to build genuine self-esteem is through self-compassion. Self-compassion is about treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a friend. It's about acknowledging your mistakes and imperfections without judgment and recognizing that everyone makes mistakes. Another important aspect of building self-esteem is achievement validation. This means setting realistic goals for yourself and then celebrating your accomplishments along the way. When you achieve goals that are meaningful to you, it reinforces your sense of competence and worth. Look, I get it. Tackling arrogance on your own can be tough. Sometimes you need a little extra help, and that's okay. There's no shame in seeking professional support. Psychotherapy can provide a safe and supportive space to explore the root causes of your arrogance, challenge negative thought patterns, and develop healthier coping mechanisms. A therapist can act as a guide, helping you navigate the challenges of personal growth and change. Group therapy can also be incredibly beneficial. Being part of a group with others who are working to overcome similar challenges can provide a sense of community and support. It can be incredibly validating to know that you're not alone in your struggles and to learn from the experiences of others. You know, humility is the antidote to arrogance. It's about recognizing that you don't have all the answers, that you're still learning and growing, and that you're not better than anyone else. Developing humility is a lifelong journey, but it's a journey worth taking. One way to cultivate humility is through service to others. When you focus on helping others, it takes the focus off yourself and your own perceived importance. It helps you see the bigger picture and recognize the interconnectedness of all things. Another important aspect of humility is learning from your mistakes. Instead of getting defensive or making excuses, embrace your mistakes as opportunities for growth. Ask yourself what you can learn from the experience and how you can do better next time. Remember, everyone makes mistakes. It's how you handle them that defines you. So, there you have it, 7 powerful techniques to help you overcome arrogance and embrace a more genuine and compassionate way of being. Remember, change takes time and effort. It's not about becoming someone you're not, but about shedding the layers of arrogance that are holding you back from being your best self. By addressing the underlying factors that contribute to arrogance and developing healthier habits, you can cultivate greater emotional balance, self-awareness, and authentic confidence. This isn't about becoming a pushover or losing your sense of self. It's about finding a balance between healthy self-confidence and genuine humility. So take what you've learned here, put it into practice, and remember, you're capable of incredible growth and transformation. Keep moving forward, one step at a time, and never underestimate the power of change.